You look back, does it feel like it was almost a calendar year ago exactly when you decided to commit here to ASU? Does it
Oh my
feel like
God.
it's been a full year?
No, not at all. This year's flown by so fast, and I think that's what happens when you have fun. Time goes by fast, and so it's definitely been that. I think it's so crazy to think that my senior year's came to a close, and that my time here at ASU has been short, but nothing less of amazing, and so super grateful for that. But definitely does not feel like a year ago, but super excited to see what's next.
What would you kind of say to yourself a year ago when you put your trust in Coach Miller, and put your trust in this program? What would kind of your, with the benefit of hindsight, what you told yourself back then when you made the commitment?
Yeah, be grateful, trust in the Lord's plan for you, and have fun with it. I think I made the best decision of my life, especially in the basketball world. When I came and decided to commit to ASU, I've had such an amazing year from a basketball standpoint, yes, from a relationship standpoint, from a marketing standpoint. I mean, I've had success here at every possible level there is, and so I'm forever grateful for that.
Kind of to that point, how much did everything kind of live up to what you were hoping it would? You're not just on the basketball court, but your team had great success,
Yeah.
but you were able to expand in NIL, build your brand and things like that. For people that maybe, saw what you did on the court,
Yeah.
how much did ASU give you off the court as well?
Oh my gosh, ASU gave me the world and more. I mean, this community opened their arms to me like I was their second child, you know what I mean? So I'm forever grateful for this community and this environment here at ASU, outside of just the basketball piece, our fans and our support across the world, honestly. I meet so many people in other countries and other states, and they recognize the Pitchfork or the ASU Sun Devil, and they're like, oh, I went to ASU. And so it's just so crazy that the networking at this school is worldwide.
When you look at this group of seniors,
Yeah.
so Paula, Gabby, this is a kind of core of seniors that decided to come here for your last year of college basketball. How special will that kind of Sisterhood be as you all move on now into the next 10 chapters of your life?
Oh yeah, it means everything. I have sisters for life. I'm forever grateful for them and the memories we've made, and for the some of my sisters that are still gonna be playing here. I'll be their biggest cheerleader. I'll be probably coming back to games, supporting them in any way I can. But I mean, to have these relationships for life means everything to me. They're probably gonna be at my weddings and seeing my children when I'm older and stuff like that. So super, super grateful for them, and luckily I've had the relationships that I have.
Now that we're a few weeks or so removed from the end of the season, have you had a chance to has this hit you, I guess, in the sense of what you were all able to accomplish this year in the turnaround and the records that were broken this year?
I feel like yes and no. I feel like throughout the season we were finding out stuff as we went on with the history we were making, and it was awesome. But I think now, looking back, I was I'm not surprised, because I knew we were gonna do big things. It was just a matter of to what extent. And so we knew from the jump we wanted to go to the tournament. That was a goal. We accomplished that goal. I couldn't sit here and tell you that we set out hey, let's go undefeated in non-conference, but we just took it game by game, and that's what we ended up doing. So to see the history and the mark I left on this program means everything to me, because I just wanted to come here and leave the program better than I found it, and that's exactly what I've done so far.
Do you have a favorite Molly story?
Gosh, there's so many, and then with her kids too, and there's so much. But I would say maybe I feel just after the Arizona game at Arizona, that celebration in the locker room, I'll probably never forget. And then some of the best pictures came out of that. We're sliding on the floor with the water. We're pouring water on her. Her kids are pouring it on her. But it's just such a family environment, and it's fun. When you're winning, obviously it's fun. And even when we were losing, we found ways to come back and get the wins back and stack them back. But super, super grateful, yeah.
Did you guys have to teach Molly some of those things? Did she have it? Was that in her the whole time? She throw out some pretty impressive
Yeah,
moves there.
it was probably a little bit of both. She probably had some moves from back in her days, and then we probably kind of showed her how to do the new ones. And so yeah, we try to keep her young for sure, especially with all the TikTok and like you say, NIL nowadays. So we try to keep her in the loop for sure. And she's easy. She's good. She picks it up really easy. So it's great. She's coachable, which is great.
Coachable coach.
Yes, exactly.
Well, last thing, when you let's say 5 years from now, when you're on the next chapter of your life, and you look back on this program, what do you think ASU women's basketball will kind of look like based on the foundation that your team was able to lay here?
It's going to be in a family culture from the start. We laid that down this year, and forever it's going to be a family culture. And then from there on out, it's going to be winning. We're going to have a standard here, and we kind of set the standard a little bit with going to March Madness, but that standard is going to be probably a lot higher in a couple years from now. We're going to be looking at Sweet 16s, Elite Eights, and that's exactly what we should achieve and strive for every year. And I mean, selfishly, that's what I wanted to achieve this year, and unfortunately we didn't make that, but I'm forever grateful for even where we ended up.